Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm just gonna head to the store and just talk about an update with my recent trip to Phoenix, Arizona, where I decided that I was going to go keto instead of carnivore. So, yeah, after being on carnivore for 4 straight months, this is how it went when I went keto. So, I gained 13 pounds. The entirety of my trip was about 2.5 or 3 weeks. And sorry about the camera bouncing around a lot. Yeah, we ended up, being in Phoenix for about 2.5, 3 weeks. And, I went from 233 pounds to like 246 pounds or something. So it was a little bit of a relaxed diet. I was keto, but I was also not really counting macros or anything. I was just trying my best to stay pretty low in the carbs, and it went okay. At first, I wasn't gaining any weight when I kind of just tried to stay ketovore, but it was kind of like the minute I went back to keto and allowed all of those options, with like being able to have a little bit of ranch here and there, and having some low carb keto almond flour tortilla or whatnot, the things that I allowed, they just made my weight start to go up, a pound a day or whatever I was just noticing. So, also my energy level kind of just flatlined. I also noticed I started going to the bathroom a lot again, and a lot is like, more than once a day. That would have, that's a lot after being carnivore for so long. Um, you know, and speaking to my family members about it, none of them could, get over the normal things that people talk about. How they reply whenever you speak about carnivore diet. They're like, "Oh, I don't think I could survive if I didn't go to the bathroom 3 times a day." And I tried to explain, well, if you're not eating tons and tons of indigestible fiber, then you wouldn't feel that way. You would feel fine just, going to the restroom every couple of days or every 3, 4 days, whatever. Um, Tried to explain that. Didn't really go over too well with most people. So I'm just gonna hold the camera. It's bouncing all over the place. So anyway, another thing that happened while I was out there was that I noticed that this is interesting. I noticed that even when I have dairy, when I'm staying really low carb, the dairy doesn't bother me that much as long as I stay low carb. But the minute I start adding more carbs in there, I feel like the dairy really bothers me. I started to wake up in the morning and just blow my nose as if I had just gotten over a cold, and just speaking more nasally when I talk. And I don't do well with dairy anyway, but it's interesting that whenever the carbs start coming in, that's when the dairy is particularly bad. And yeah, I didn't like that. So it was a good trip. We had a family reunion, and got to see some people that we haven't seen in a long time. So it was a great trip. Good family memories made and everything. I would say the amount of people that know you're on the carnivore diet that see if they can trip you up is a lot of people that are trying to, oh, hey, you got to try this cheesy pasta salad. Oh, wait, you're on carnivore, aren't you? And then kind of wait to see if you'll give in. Or, oh, I just decided to buy, Jimmy's Pizza, at that really, really good pizza place down the street. Would you like some? Got Little Caesars for lunch. Oh, hey, wait. Oh, Jay, you can't have any of that, right? I don't know. There's a lot of that, and I don't expect people to understand, let alone cater in every way to what I'm doing. It's interesting how, I don't know. If it were something that were important to them, they would remember. But there's a lot of people that are like, oh, hey, wait a minute. Almost like I don't care to remember the diet that you're on. But, to be fair, there's people on so many different diets these days. I'm corn-free. I'm gluten-free. I'm vegan. I'm dairy-free. I'm, a FODMAP diet. I mean, what is that? That thing is weird. Like people have IBS and they're on this FODMAP thing where onions and paprika and cumin and garlic and things like that are bothering them. I mean, there's so many things that people are on that you just can't expect people to cater to everything, especially when you're at like a big family gathering, a reunion, something like that. So I don't expect that, I'm just saying, especially like my brother, I feel like he was trying to see if he could make me fall off the bus. This is the best donut place in the city, that kind of thing. But brothers will do that kind of thing. So anyway, we stayed in a beautiful cabin in the mountains in Alpine, Arizona, and we had a really cool family reunion, and just got to see my grandpa, who's getting up there in age, and yeah, it was good. But now that I am back home and I have hit carnivore again with intensity, it's almost like I'm not full lion diet, but like I'm trying to hit it with some intensity now. See how good I can do, for as long as I can. 4th of July is coming up, so I'm sure there's going to be some sort of, get together where there'll be a whole bunch of food, watermelon, all that fun stuff. So I have to prepare for that, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, the weight is already starting to slowly come off. So that's the great thing about carnivore is like you fall off because you had a trip or a vacation or something, just jump right back on. And I think I weighed myself this morning. I was already 240. So I was 243 at the end of that trip. So it's been a couple of days, 2-3 days, and I'm already down 3 pounds. So right when you jump back in, the weight slowly starts to come back down. I do have to probably increase the intensity of my exercising or something. Or, I know that I think 1 meal a day might be something I need to do because, I don't know, it'd have to be one big meal for dinner. I might have to add some eggs with my dinner. I think that's something I'm going to give a try. So with the meat I have for dinner, maybe just not eat the whole day, but then when dinner comes around, I eat whatever my wife has made for dinner, and to that, I add a nice helping of eggs. Maybe some boiled eggs for the times where I, have boiled eggs in the fridge for the times that I am not prepared, to make some fried eggs or some scrambled eggs or whatever. But, sometimes if we're having steak or something, maybe I'll just throw some eggs in the skillet for, quickly and put some eggs on my steak. Have a nice big meal, one big meal. I've heard so many people that say that the OMAD, the 1 meal a day, is transformational for people who have insulin resistance like myself. So I'd really like to, I've always been a person with a snacking mentality. So it's really hard to get past that. I really want to snack, even if it's just like beef sticks, grass-fed beef sticks or like butter in my coffee, whatever. I just want to snack on something throughout the day. And I'm still drinking my 0 grams of everything, sparkling water. But that's the one thing I'm not going to give up is coffee, black coffee, and sparkling waters like LaCroix or Polar or Zevia or whatever. Like these sparkling waters, I can't give up. They're like a crutch. Um, I'd have to see some huge transformational things like, being 45 and having a six pack and all this, crazy stuff. Never had a six pack, by the way. But like, I don't know. If it was super transformational and amazing, then I might try a strict Lion diet where I don't even have coffee. But I'm really not convinced that getting rid of coffee is a good thing, like, ever. I mean, I like it. It has benefits to it. I don't really hate caffeine that much. I know it can make you feel like you have ebbing and flowing, energy levels, but I don't know. Ever since my wife got me hooked on coffee, it's going to take an act of God to stop me drinking coffee, I think. So, anyway, trying to think if there's anything else I was going to talk about while I was on that trip. It was an interesting thing to see. I really do believe that you should go keto before you, to ease into it, get fat adapted before you go carnivore. You don't have to, but I would suggest that it helped me. And I feel like it helped me do keto properly whenever I turned my focus towards going ketovore. Is it helped me to realize, when you allow this and you think you're just whatever. Oh, I think I'm using 1 tablespoon of ketchup. I buy the ketchup that's no sugar added. It's like a keto ketchup, but like still, when it's like 1 or 2 grams of carbs for a tablespoon and you're having a big old plate of eggs, you might use more than you think. So anyway, going keto and then transitioning into carnivore, I like that idea. That's what I did, and I like it. I feel like it helped a lot. The desire to hit carnivore again fiercely when I got home from this vacation, I was so ready to get back on it and not have the temptations all around me. My family's having watermelon right now at home. That's always really hard for me to say no to, so I'm leaving to go run some errands and do some stuff, so I don't have to look at watermelon and smell that watermelon. Anyway, I've said anyway several times. I can't really think of anything else. My energy levels kind of dipped when I was out there. It was a good trip though. I gained 13 pounds in like 2.5 weeks. So, and that shows that I should just stick back on carnivore, huh? Anyway, I'm feeling good now that I'm back on carnivore. I didn't get any weird keto flu symptoms or anything from going from carnivore to keto for a little while. And now I'm back on it. Drop a comment or something if anybody sees this and has any comments or anything that you've done. Maybe you've jumped off of carnivore just for a vacation or whatever. Maybe you have some suggestions I didn't go over. Leave a comment. I'll talk to y'all later.